It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Just a few games left before the NBA playoffs and the final seeding starting to lock in.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Last outing for Phoenix, the loss to Orlando in Florida. That one was real close, too. They lost by just 2 points.
And you know what? They played well, but just not well enough. And close games really test where your team is at.
Well, you can learn a lot about yourselves, and coaches can learn about the confidence in their players. So back to the drawing board, get in the gym, and look forward to the next opportunity.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Suns, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Portis. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Cantor in at the center. Yep, that one goes.
And I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
Lamb with the ball. Evans is there. And now it's Evans running. He can go all the way. And Evans throws it down hard.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
And Dwight Howard, the first pick overall in the 2004 draft. At his peak, he won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 3 consecutive seasons. And Brent, he's the only one.
I think you have to at some point just realize what it is that Dwight Howard has been for the length of his career. A lot of people had tremendous expectations that he was going to dominate offensively. It's just not been the case. He has led the league in rebounding 6 times. He's been an 8-time All-Star and will probably end up being in the Hall of Fame.
Now Lamb, following the three-point attempt by Eric Bledsoe. 5 on the clock. Here's Cantor. Rebounded by Howard.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Wiggins throws it down.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Leonard kicks to Portis. On the wing, Lamb. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, that's where he is just a force. Such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin.
Nice shot by Smith. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Now here's Lamb. Defense right on him. There's a screen by Cantor. Bledsoe against Smith. 6 to shoot. To halt the run. And again, it's the Suns missing. Charlotte leading by 6. This one for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Smith's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Leonard against Wiggins. Bledsoe outside. There's a screen by Cantor from deep. No good from Bledsoe.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Enes Kanter. Charlotte shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. No good on the second free throw. Suns trail by 9. Leonard the pass to Bledsoe. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He kicks it to Lamb. Pass to Portis. Wiggins against Leonard. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Cantor's shot is off.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
And so it's Charlotte ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league.
Basketball, this is my passion,
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
It's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
Smith is out there with Evans. Then it's Wiggins. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. Charlotte leading by 7. Smith dishes to Howard. Screen by Smith. Howard kicks to Evans. It's stolen by Lamb. All alone. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
So many naturally born playmakers and natural born scorers who have learned to become playmakers. That's kind of an interesting topic. Who do you think right now tops that list?
One guy that's pretty peculiar in that sense, I think, Kevin, is Jeff Teague. You know, so many years of success in Atlanta, but it was built around this team and the system and the fragility of what it was that those guys could do and needed to do for that team to win. I think that Jeff Teague has made himself into a much better playmaker in the NBA.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. So many great point guards in this year's draft. Greg, what stands out to you about North Carolina State's Dennis Smith?
Well, I think he's the best athlete of them all. A terror off the bounce, great toughness, and he's drawn some comparison to Stevie Francis when you talk about his bounce and physicality.
Now here's Lamb. His last outing, he had 8 points over Evans. Here's Cantor. He can't hit that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Yeah, they matched up very evenly, and that's not a compliment to either side. Last season was a struggle for both squads, and now they're each looking to turn the corner.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night. Just watch Eric Bledsoe out there and just the athleticism that he can play with at that position. Seems like he's still getting stronger and faster every year. He's got tremendous burst and tremendous power. Tough for opposing point guards to match that kind of physicality.
And for Bledsoe, it is said that he greatly improved his diet since establishing himself in the league.
Well, I like the fact that Eric Bledsoe has taken this a lot more seriously. Of course, he's a very physical player, plays the point guard position, and with that kind of taxing work on your body, best thing you could do is make sure you fuel it up for that kind of action.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Dishes it to Cantor. He feeds it to Lamb. Cantor with a screen on Evans. No good from Lamb.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
The shot by Evans, nobody around. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Evans has got 4 this quarter.
In the shooting form Evans has, a reliable jump shot. You got to honor it if you're the defense.
And so it's Charlotte, 13 points up at the end of the period. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance, the hometown. Taking a look at Charlotte. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that.
So that'll do it.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know what? Charlotte leading by 13. Starting the second half, here's G380's 5. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Bledsoe is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Portis in at the power forward position. And it's Wiggins missing. Now here's Lamb, covered by Evans. Lamb passes to Kanter. Here's Bledsoe, and it's sent back by Howard. Evans dishes to Smith. Screen by Howard. Now here's Evans. D right on him, and Kanter pulls it down.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through. The last time the Suns saw postseason basketball was back in 2010. This team knows that the next step for them in the rebuilding process is to get back to competitive level of play. These Suns fans are certainly not used to not seeing postseason basketball in the desert.
Here's Evans, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
And the Suns, they've had so much success as a franchise, Brent, for so long.
Timeout.
This is actually their longest playoff drought in team history.
Yeah, they've had a ton of playoff consistency, and they were unlucky to not ever have won a title, especially during the years with Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire, and when Grant Hill was added to that roster. Great talent and a great style under Mike D'Antoni. All those teams came up a little bit short. Now they've got a young roster that's trying to get back to try and experience and taste what it's like to be in those kind of games.
Shot clock at 6. Leonard against Wiggins from deep. Phoenix with the new shot clock. Basket good. 6 points for Lamb.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Here's Bosch. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better. Now, his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
Howard with this screen on Bledsoe. Floats one up. And yes, it's good. Smith's got 9.
Well, at 6'11" and 265, that's a big guy out there setting some screens to open up some space.
And Lamb kicks to Kanter. Pass to Bledsoe. Jacks up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, at least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
And Brent, over the course of the last few seasons, we've seen Bledsoe move into more of a playmaking role.
Well, I think at the point guard position, you need to be a vocal leader. That's something that the coaching staff has continued and encouraged him to do. There's a lot of young players around him, and sometimes that guidance can help you be a little more consistent throughout the course of a 48-minute game.
Here's Lamb, and he banks in the layup. 8 points for him.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Bosch, the screen. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Evans goes in. A second chance effort, and Howard finishes it off. And Charlotte leads by 8.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Now here's Lamb, covered by Evans. Lamb with the ball. He's got 8. They set the screen. Stolen by Evans. Fast break now for Charlotte. And Evans throws it down.
That's the kind of focused running of the floor you like to see from Evans. Gets down the floor to convert.
On the wing, Lamb. No good from outside. And so it's Charlotte with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. And from a recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Steve Clifford.
Good offense, right? We got back.
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Suns trail by 10. Tyreek Evans out there with Smith. Then there's Howard. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Bosch in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. No good from Bledsoe. Charlotte shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And it's Smith missing. Well, Phoenix shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Bledsoe passes to Lamb. The feed to Leonard. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Rebound, Evans.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Portis, and he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle too.
And that is one thing he does very well. His intensity on the glass helps lead to these high percentage putbacks for his team.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Now here is Smith. Bosch, the screen. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. 11 points for Smith.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
There's a screen by Cantor. Bledsoe kicks to Leonard. There's the screen. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And this is where Leonard has become so difficult to defend. He can beat you with a variety of moves inside, including the one we just saw.
Here's Evans. They grab their own miss. Howard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And Charlotte leads by 9.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch. And then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
Stolen by Bosch. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, no one getting in the way of Evans there makes the sprint to the hoop look relatively simple.
And he ends up making the second, and that will push the lead to double digits. Timeout called. The Suns, they're behind by 10. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, over the last break, I listened to Phoenix's coach talk to the team. He told them, hey, stick with what's working. He said they're giving us all the room we need to get easy looks in the paint. Let's keep working the ball inside. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Cantor with the screen on Wiggins. Here's Leonard. Second shot opportunity. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Enes Kanter.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Screen by Smith. Evans outside. Wiggins kicks to Evans. 5 on the clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Sometimes Evans gives you that speed burst, and that makes him so much more difficult to guard. He's a real problem given his size and versatility.
He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 9. Suns have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. They set the pick. Bledsoe with it. Now Smith defending. Bledsoe dishes to Lamb. Cantor sets the pick for Lamb. And it goes for the 5th time, and 10 shots for him this game.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Evans kicks to Smith. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Evans, and he elevates, and then the slam. Cantor did not like that.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
And that one's good. Leonard.
And there just aren't many guys that have a more devastating mid-range game. Leonard has fine-tuned that shot to where it's almost automatic.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And that's going to be a travel. And the Suns call time. They trail by 7. 17 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Neal outside. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, that screen wasn't quite as effective as it could be. However, they find a way to get it done. Credit the shooter for overcoming that aggressive defense.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So for the Suns, second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
On the wing, Lamb. A 3 from Leonard. Laces one from 3.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're in front by 3. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game. And so it's Charlotte with the win. It was a fantastic. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
All right, baby. Shakira.